press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students. So today let us study the new chapter, it is area related to circles. So already you have in the previous class you have studied about the circles. Let us try to recall some related terms of circles. Okay. So first of all, what is a circle? What is a circle? Circle, it is a set of points. Circle, it is a collection of points or a set of points which are equidistant from the fixed point. They are equidistant from the fixed point. It is a set of or the collection of points which are equidistant from the fixed point, isn't it? So you have learnt in the circles chapter also. So circle chapter is completed already. So you have learned there also what are circles. Next, this constant distance, this constant or the fixed point, that fixed point is called as center. What is that fixed point? Fixed point, it is represented as O here. This fixed point is center. Okay, it is center. Now, the fixed distance, just now I told you the set of points which are equidistant from the fixed point. That fixed point is called as center. And the equidistant, the distance, that is the constant distance is called as constant distance, is called as radius. Yes, here I have represented it as OP. OP is a constant distance and R is the radius. So we will represent radius by R. Next, so this is circle now. Next we have a diameter. So what is the diameter, you all know? Here AB is the diameter. So the line joining the 2 points on the circle, but that line should pass through the center. The line joining the 2 points on the circle which passes through the center is called as diameter. And also you know about the chords, you have studied in the lower class. And AB, diameter AB is the biggest chord, also you know, correct? Next, we have diameter. Also, diameter is equal to 2R, you all know this. It is represented as D, D is equal to 2R. Means here you all know OA is R and OB is also R, R plus R is 2R. So D is equal to 2R, you all know that. The next point or the next term is circumference. So what do you mean by circumference? So you all know, you have studied some plane figures like rectangle, square, these plane figures you have studied. So you know the perimeter. So we call that as a perimeter. So the same, the perimeter is nothing but here in the circle we call it as circumference. For the circle we call it as circumference. Okay. So circumference is the perimeter of a circle. Circumference is nothing but perimeter of a circle. Perimeter of a circle. And you have studied what is the formula to find out the circumference? 2 pi r. So formula to find out the circumference is 2 pi r. So how it is derived? See, in the lower class you have studied this circumference by diameter, circumference by diameter is equal to constant. So you have learned this constant. So here circumference is equal to this constant, you all know it is, we'll take it as pi into diameter. Diameter you all know 2r. So when we rearrange it, it will be 2 pi r. Understood? Circumference by diameter is equal to constant. This we can prove in the, you have proved in the lower class. Circumference by diameter is equal to constant. That constant we'll take it as pi here. So circumference is equal to diameter into constant. So diameter is 2r. I just now I told you 2r. 2r into pi. That is circumference is equal to 2 pi r. You all know this. It's just we are trying to recall all these terms. Okay. The next one, see Aryabhatta, the great mathematician of India, he has actually he calculated the value, approximate value of this pi. You all know that, isn't it? Approximate value of pi. See, pi is equal to 3.1416, approximate value. And also our great mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujam also, by using the identity of his which Ramanujam had described, by using that they had calculated the millionth, that is the correct to the millionth place of the decimals, correct? The pi value was corrected. In 9th standard you have learnt that value of pi. So the actually pi is irrational number, that is non-repeating, isn't it? Non-repeating, non-terminating and non-recurring, correct? So, but for our convenient purpose, we are using the pi value as 22 by 7 or 3.14, isn't it? So, for a convenient purpose, we have taken this 22 by 7 or 3.14, we can consider the value of pi. But actually this pi, it is a irrational number. In 9th standard you have studied. See, it is a non-terminating and non-repeating, isn't it? So all this, but for the calculation purpose we are going to use this 22 by 7 or 3.14. Now let us move on to the area of a circle. So I hope you all understood this. See sir, what a circle I defined? Circle is a set of or the collection of points which are equidistant from the fixed point. That fixed point is nothing but center, and the constant distance is radius, correct? Then the diameter is equal to 2r. AB is the diameter here and it is 2r. We can represent it as 2r. Then circumference is nothing but the perimeter of the circle. Then and the formula for this to find out the circumference is 2 pi r. 2 pi r, and the pi value all know, that is 22 by 7. Now let us see what is the area of a circle. So area of a circle, you know, area of a circle is given by, see, A is equal to, so it is represented as A, usually we represent it as A is equal to pi r square. So area means you all know this region, which the region which is covered by the circle, in inner region is called as area. So the area occupied by the plane figure, see the area occupied by this circle is called as area. Now the region occupied, correct? Now it is equal to pi r square, and also you know that r is r can be in terms of diameter also we can write it. How we can write it in terms of diameter? See, this can be written as d by 2 whole square. You all know this. See, just now I told you diameter is equal to 2r and r is equal to d by 2. So we can represent this r by d by 2 whole square, correct? So this A is equal to pi d square by 4. So in terms of diameter we can represent like this, okay? In terms of radius, it is A is equal to pi r square, correct? See, this also you should know, because sometimes they will give the diameter, that time you can use this or you can diameter, you can calculate the radius and then you can use this formula. So these are the basic things which you should know. And I have drawn this semicircle here. Okay, here the semicircle of, so area of the semicircle, what is the area? Means this region. How to calculate this area of a semicircle? You all know semicircle, see actually here the diameter that is AOB, it divides the circle into two similar region, correct? The AB diameter, the diameter will divides the circle into two equal parts, you all know that. So how can we can calculate the area? Now we know A is equal to pi r square. We know this. So this is the area of a full circle here. Now half of it, so it will be area of a semicircle. How we can calculate? Pi r square divided by 2. You all know that, correct? So the area of the circle is pi r square. The half of it, that is the semicircle, the area of the semicircle will be pi r square by 2. Okay. Now, and how to calculate the perimeter of a semicircle? Same way. See, you all know the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle, you all know it is 2 pi r. Now, if we want to calculate the circumference of a semicircle, then 2 pi r divided by 2, same way, because it is half of the circle, correct? So here circumference of a circle is 2 pi r and circumference of a semicircle will be 2 pi r divided by 2, means it is equal to pi r, correct? But you should be very careful. I am just giving the circumference of a semicircle means only this part. So you should be careful. Then if PQ is also included, then what will be the formula? See, you all know this protractor. So it is in the shape of, it is the semicircle. Now, if I want to calculate only this, then it is pi r, correct? Suppose if I add this also, the side of the this protractor, then I have to add 2r. I hope you understood why I have added 2r. See here, this is the center, so here again r and r. So 2r, that is a diameter, we can say this is the diameter of a circle. So here, so I have to add this, that is pi r plus 2r, or you can take r common and pi plus 2 also you can bring. Once again, see, circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, you all know. Therefore, circumference of a semicircle will be 2 pi r divided by 2. 2 gets cancelled. So pi r plus, so only pi r, means this is the semicircle only, circumference of the semicircle means here. So I have not covered PQ. If I want to cover the PQ, that is the diameter, then I have to add 2r for it. Okay. Now here, or you can add like this also, pi r plus 2r. Instead of that, you can write d also, correct? Diameter. Okay. So all this you know, you have studied everything in the lower class, but once again I am trying to recall all the concepts which is related to the circles. Understood? Now the next is quadrant. See, I hope you all know the meaning of quadrant. See, what is the meaning of quadrant? Just see here, this circle, you can see the circle here. See, if I shade this part, So this is nothing but a quadrant. Okay, this part is a quadrant, means 1/4 of a circle. It is called as quadrant. Quadrant. Okay. Now it is 1/4 of the circle. It is 1/4 of a circle. Now, how to find out the area of it? How to find out the area of the quadrant? How to find out the area of the quadrant? See, it is nothing but you all know area of a circle is pi r square. So area of quadrant means it is 1/4. So pi r square by 4, isn't it? So we can find out by area of a circle, that is pi r square. If I divide it by 4, means because it is 1/4 of a circle, so you can find out easily the area of the quadrant. It is pi r square by 4. Then what about the perimeter then? What about the perimeter of a quadrant? Again 2 pi r is a circumference of a circle. So divided by 4 you will get the quadrant, isn't it? Perimeter of a quadrant. So perimeter of a quadrant. So 2 pi r divided by 4 means 2 ones are 2 twos are 4. It is nothing but pi r by 2. Correct? So this is this means here again, see, that is pi r by 2 is only this portion, that is PB. Okay, if I am adding these two, see here PO and OB, then I have to add for this 2R. Okay, so why I am just describing all this? Because see, in this chapter, area related to circles, see, we are going to study which area, about the area only related to the circles, but circles, the combination of plane figures. So we are also going to find out the area of the combination of the figures. See, for example, if you have a circle inside a square or a rectangle, see, like this. Now if I ask you to find out the area of this, only this part, see, it is a combination of a square and a circle. So we are going to study this, how to find out the area of this what shaded part we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, then if suppose if I ask you to find out see a part, pizza, see, it is a pizza, part of a pizza. So if I ask you to find out the area of this, so that concept we are studying in this area related to circles. And you all know the wheel, see, the wheel, see, so many applications are there in our daily life. See, the car wheel, suppose how many revolutions you have to calculate, see, in particular time, if they ask, then see, just imagine the wheel means here circumference, we have to calculate the circumference, which we are going to do in the exercise problems. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study the areas like of sector, and in lower class you have studied what are segments, minor segments, major segments, which I am going to again recall all those in the next class. Okay, now today let us do some simple problems like related to this area, circumference, all those which you have learnt already, but let us try to recall those things. Then the next, one more figure you might have observed here, I have drawn it for you, just I will explain about it. I hope you understood this. Quadrant is nothing but it is the 1/4 of a circle. And how to find out the area of a quadrant? Area of a circle we know pi r square, and area of quadrant will be pi r square divided by 4, because it is 1/4 of a circle. Because all this you will need in the when we go deep into this concept of this area related to circle. So I am just trying to recall all those which I have studied in the lower class. Then perimeter of a quadrant, you all know 2 pi r divided by 4. So we know the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, divided by 4 is 2 ones are 2 twos are 4. So we will get pi r by 2. Suppose if we are including these two radius, then you have to add 2r, or d also you can add. Okay. Now let us see one more concept, that is see, you might have observed another figure here. See, can you see this? These circles are called as concentric circles. Do you know the meaning of concentric circles? The two or more circles are drawn by using the same center. So this is the same center, that is O is the center, and I have drawn two circles here. Okay, and see, the radius of a bigger circle is capital R. I have used the capital R, and radius of smaller circle is small r. Okay, so OB is the radius of a smaller circle, and OA is the radius of a bigger circle, and it is represented by capital R and small r. Suppose if I ask you to find out the area of this ring, see, area of this ring, if I ask you to find out the area of this ring, how will you calculate? Just think for a while and tell me the answer now. See, if we ask the area of this shaded region or the ring, then how to calculate? So all this we are going to study in this chapter. So here I'll just show you one small teaching aid I brought for you. See here, just observe here. So this is one bigger circle and this is another smaller circle. Suppose if I overlap this, if I keep like this, now how to find out the region which is left here? See here. Now, see, this is area of a bigger circle and minus area of the smaller circle, then what remains? Area of this ring, this region remains, correct? So area of a bigger circle minus area of smaller circle will give you the region, that is your pink color shaded is there, no, that one. So the same thing here also. So how to calculate the area of this region means area of bigger circle, see, area of bigger circle minus, so I have to remove this part, correct? Just imagine area of bigger circle and I have to remove the region of this yellow color circle, correct? So what remains? Here the ring remains, that is the shaded part remains here, correct? So let us try to find out the area of this, but I am going to give the general formula now to find out the area of the shaded region. Now, okay, let us see one more example. If the perimeter of a semicircular protractor is 36 centimeter, find the diameter of the protractor. Okay, so let us find out the diameter of the protractor. I hope you understood the question. The perimeter means this portion. If the perimeter of the semicircular protractor, if the perimeter of the semicircular protractor is 36 centimeter, you have to find out the diameter. So this part you have to find out. Now, perimeter of a semicircular protractor with the diameter, okay, with diameter. What is the formula? So, to find out the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, and of semicircle it is only pi r. You all know 2 pi r divided by 2. So, pi r plus diameter, you all know, you can write it as 2r, or d also you can directly write. Okay. But why I am taking r? Just listen. See here. Now, what is this? It is 36, according to the question it is 36 pi r. Here r is common, so I will take out r. R is common, so pi plus 2. Now 36 is equal to r, 22 by 7 plus 2. Now 36 is equal to r into, here I will take LCM, 22 plus, here 1, so 1 7s are 7 2s are 14. So here 36 is equal to r into, so this is, when you add you will get 36 by 7. Therefore r is equal to, so I will write here r is equal to 36. When you transpose this, it will become 7 by 36. So 36. So r, radius is 7. But they are asked for diameter. Therefore, so what is the diameter of a diameter is equal to 7 plus 7, that is 2r, or 2 into 7, that is 14 centimeter. I hope you understood. 14 centimeter. So this perimeter of a semicircle they have given as 36 centimeter, and so diameter will be 2r, that is 14 centimeter. Okay. Now, so these are the simple basic problems. So let us continue in the next class. Okay. I will start the exercise problem in the next class. Thank you.